Hello everyone, I'm ExtraCheesy87 and this is Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. It's been about 6 months since we finished off Justice for All, but after a good, lengthy, longer than I thought it would be, a break, we're back to finish off the Phoenix Wright original trilogy, and let's just go ahead and jump right in. Yep. Sure. Go, do your thing, game. Oh, he's huffing, dude. He's huffing. I'm not gonna huff into the mic. You don't have to get that. How'd I get into this mess? Why? Why did I do that? Because you're a murderer? That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business! I'm telling you, for your sake, if you continue to see her, it's gonna be bad news, because I'm gonna punch you in the dick. You're lying! Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Stop it! Don't talk about her like that! Fucking decked him out, didn't you? Is it? It wasn't me. I didn't. Is it like a Phoenix Wright fanboy? Cause he has a shirt that says like "I Heart Phoenix" or something. That doesn't seem like something our boy Wrighty would go around wearing. 5 years earlier, Mia Fey a second trial. Oh, well, I mean, that was never alluded to previously, but is it actually, are we defending Phoenix in a defense court as Mia? Because that's actually really cool as a tutorial. That's pretty nifty. That's pretty nifty. Phew, it's finally time. I'm kind of nervous. I am... Oh, Mr. Grossberg, good morning. Ah, Mia, please calm yourself down. You're going to get yourself arrested for suspicious behavior, you know? What are you talking about? I am relaxed, Mr. Grossberg. Look at me, I'm relaxed. I'm letting go of my lapels. You obviously haven't gotten the temperament to be a lawyer. I'm so sorry. It's just that I'm so nervous today. Oh, that's right. This is your first time in the big leagues, isn't it? It's also a really cool way to do a tutorial, too. Considering, you know, they did the amnesia thing for the second game, which was okay, and you know, the first game was actually his first case. So this is pretty nifty. Well, never you fear, my dear. I am Marvin Grossberg. I'm at your service. Most people just call me Gross. Actually, this is my second time in court. Still, you surprised me, what, with your earnest request last night. Let me handle this case, you suddenly said, and quite forcefully, too. I just found out yesterday about the case, I mean. What? You've already learned all the relevant facts. Well, about that, you see, I mean, of course I have, I think. Oh, dear. In any case, don't let any of our clients see you're so nervous. You see the poor young man in the pink sweater over there? That's our client. Yeah, okay, it's young Phoenix. That is awesome. Good morning there, everyone. Good morning. Try to keep smiling, Mia. I just want to say, I'll give it all I've got. Yeah, it'll be fine. No problem. Something social distancing? What's wrong? Do you have a cold or something, Mr. Rye? Actually, it's right. Like the Flying Brothers. People screw it up all the time. And yes, I have a cold. That's what this mask is for. My doc says this way I won't give it to anyone else. Be kind to others, he says. Then he also tried to get me to take, worm killer for some reason. Right, Mr. Wright, I have nothing to fear in court today. Or you have nothing to fear. If you're truly innocent, I promise I will save you. Please let go of my shirt. That's right, he's the one on trial, not you. He's the one who should be nervous. You need to stay strong for your client, Mia. My name is Mia Fey. I'm still pretty new at this whole lawyer thing. First time I appeared in court was a year ago. But that trial traumatized me so badly I thought I'd never set foot in another courtroom. Yeah, same. That's how I felt about my last Phoenix Wright trial. It's been 1 year since then, and well, here I am again. But this time I'm going to win. For my client and for myself. Court is now in session for the trial of Phoenix Wright. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Yeah, well, the prosecution's more ready. The defense today is Miss Mia Fey, was it? Yes, Your Honor. Is there a problem? I was under the impression that Marvin Grossberg was to be leading the defense. Yes, well, you see, Mr. Grossberg had a bit of an emergency, but he's standing right next to you. Shut up. Emergency? But isn't that him standing right there next to you? Yes, well, you're just a rookie. Are you sure you can really handle this? Don't let him scare you, Mia. Give him your toughest look. Of course, Your Honor. I think. Well, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please. I still have never won a case. I mean, well. I can't believe a veteran like me has to spend his time babysitting a new defense lawyer. Don't worry, little girl, it'll all be over soon. What's that all about? What, was he trying to trash talk me? What's with his hair? Now then, I'd like to proceed with a summary of events on the day in question. The incident occurred on the campus of Ivy University. Get it? Because it's like an Ivy League university. They're real clever over there. The murder victim was a student named Doug Swallow. You sure he didn't commit suicide because his name is Doug Swallow? You know, I mean, I know he's in college, but like, you'd still get your ass made fun of for having that name. He was a fourth-year student studying pharmacology. Hey, Doug, why don't you swallow some of this? It sounds like he was a very bright young man. Yes, well, next we have a photo taken at the scene of the crime. I mean, my man got zapped. Students discovered the scene shortly after the murder. They found the victim's body. And the defendant, who had obviously bungled his getaway. They then called the police. That certainly makes the defendant look very suspicious indeed. Very well. The court accepts this photo into the record as evidence. By the way, I can't quite tell the cause of death in this photo. Your reputation for sagacity is well earned, Your Honor. The truth is this victim died a rather unusual death. An unusual death? What do you mean, Mr. Payne? Well, perhaps the defense would like to take this question. Huh? A simple question. I thought I might loosen you up a bit. I am a genteel man, if you will. A what? Stand up to him, Mia. Show him what you're made of. Kick him in the dick. Perfect opportunity. Well, what was it? The cause. Go on. Please say you know at least this much. I'm sorry, I didn't get a chance to, like, read through the whole file. Okay, it is fatal electric shock. He currently has a cold. You don't exist yet. Phoenix Wright's girlfriend. Now this is just completely illogical. That's how you know this is like a fever dream. My hemorrhoids are beginning to act up. Now see here. The details of the case are filed under the court record. You see it's important because it's in red text, much like me. But you knew that already, didn't you? The court record. I think I can see that by pressing tab. I don't know what the fuck that is. I do think it's funny that like it still displays all the like button prompts will use controller stuff, but all the dialogue is like hardwired to just be the PC controls. All the weapons we need we can found in the courtroom, like this gun. But there wasn't a gun yet. I always keep the piece on me, Emma. Emma? Mia? Why'd I call her Emma? I don't know. Take a good hard look at the data there and think carefully before you answer, my dear. Yes, sir, I'll do just that. I've got to stay calm. I can't let the prosecutor get the better of me. The court record. Okay, let's take a look. I just pressed the tab here. Okay. I mean, I guess you don't actually mean press tab yet. Now then, would the attorney for the defense please answer the question? What was the cause of death? According to the court record, it was a fatal electric shock. In other words, electrocution. Electrocution? I guess such a thing happened. I mean, I've definitely hurt myself with a toaster before, you know, sometimes trying to get that delicious toast too early and sticking my hand in while it's still wet, because of course I wash my hands before I eat. I'm not a savage. Did the murderer use some sort of new super powerful stun gun, perhaps? The answer to that will become crystal clear as this trial proceeds, Your Honor. But before that, there is one more vital issue. What's that? Why, motive, of course. Apparently, there was some bad blood between the victim and the defendant. Bad blood? What do you mean? Oopsie, I'm terribly sorry. So, let me look at the court record again. Okay. Dated the victim Doug Swallow up until 8 months ago. So, maybe it was Doug was warning Phoenix that this girl's bad news, and then the girl's like, nah, dude, fuck that, electroshock, and then killed Doug. That, or he just, I don't know, the breakup was a hard pill for him to swallow and he couldn't do it. You're the defense attorney, so you must know all about it. I shouldn't be stealing your spotlight like this. I really don't like this guy's smug attitude. That's Winston Payne for you. He's one smooth operator if you catch my drift. They don't call him the rookie killer for nothing, you know? Really? I feel like there's other words they call him, like dork. Well then, let's hear from the defense. What was the source of the bad blood between the victim and the defendant? And this time I would like to see some supporting evidence. Evidence? No need to get all worked up over this. As I said, all our weapons can be found in the court record. Find the evidence you need and then shove it in old Graybeard's face. Yes, sir, into old Graybeard's face. Mr. Grossberg, try to set a better example for the young lady. The only thing shoved in my face is this pizza pie right here. Mia, evidence is the only thing in the court record. People's profiles are as well. You can toggle between profiles and evidence with tabs, so be sure to go over it all. Now then, let's see what you've got. What was the cause of the bad blood between Phoenix Wright and the victim? The reason for the bad blood between the two of them was this woman here. Ah, Goliath Hawthorne, was it? Very good, Miss Faye. You seem to have picked up on at least this much. This woman is the girlfriend of the defendant, Phoenix Wright. But up until about 8 months ago, she was with the victim, Mr. Swallow. She clearly has some part to play in this story. He's done it again. Before the cross-examination starts, he's already got the judge thinking like he wants. Very well, Mr. Payne. Please call your first witness. If it pleases the court, the prosecution would like to call Mr. Phoenix Wright. What, the defendant himself? Well, Miss Faye? It's fine. After all, Mr. Wright is innocent, right? The defense has no objection. Very well. The court calls Mr. Phoenix Wright to the witness stand. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Yeah, my name is Phoenix Wright. My job is, well, right now I guess I'm a suspect. No, he means what did you do before you were arrested? Crack? I mean, achoo. I was a university student. Before I failed, left for personal reasons. Mr. Wright, you understand that you are suspected in the death of your fellow student, Doug Swallow. But I didn't do it. I'm innocent, I tell you. I'm telling you, I was... Phoenix, you're supposed to keep the mask on when you sneeze, or else that defeats the purpose of having it on. Come on, buddy. I mean, I gotta appreciate the hustle for wearing the mask, even, you know, pre, everyone wearing. I mean, granted, of course, you know, it was common in Asian countries. It's mainly just, you know, the rest of the world that was like, yeah, let's not, like, you know, wear a mask when we're sick. That'd make us look dumb. Would the defendant please refrain from passing on his call to the rest of us? It seems the witness has something he wants to say. Well then, Mr. Wright, please tell us about your relation to the victim. Right away, Your Honor. I admit I was there, but I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. I never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe. I see. So you hate the British as well. Alright! Verdict, not guilty! Right, like I said, I'm not a killer. Looks like the judge understands. You're being naive, you know? Too naive. Huh? It seems that you've forgotten one small thing, young lady. And that would be, this witness still has to undergo something called cross-examination. Cross-examination? He's right, and it's the defense's duty to carry out the cross-examination. The purpose is to determine if the witness's testimony contains any contradictions. But he's our witness. I mean, he's not our witness, but shouldn't we just be like, nah, that shit he said, it's on lock, man. Contradictions? If a witness is lying, their statements will conflict with the court record. But Mr. Wright is my client. Shut up. Even if he's your client, all lies must be struck down. As a lawyer, that is your duty, you see. What does he mean by that? Is he saying the testimony just now? There was a lie, a contradiction? Now then, your cross-examination, if you please, Miss Fay. Please, Mr. Wright, tell me you haven't been lying. You wouldn't do that to me, would you? Get pressed. When you say there, you mean the place where the victim was murdered? Yeah, I mean, sort of. The place where something happened anyway. Something? You can't hide what happened. We have photographic evidence. Anyway, Mr. Wright, what were you doing at the scene of the crime? I thought you said you didn't know the victim, Mr. Swallow. It was just a coincidence. We bumped into each other by accident. A coincidence, huh? A deadly coincidence. I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body. You say you found the body? So who called the police? Huh? Unfortunately, it was some other students that just notified the police. Other students? That's correct. They were witnesses. Witnesses who saw the defendant standing there, next to his body, in shock. Where are the power lines? What? Is this true, Mr. Wright? Achoo! 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 Could you stop sneezing every time you're in a bind? Well, it's true that I was pretty shocked when I found the body. Not as shocked as he was, given the whole, you know, electrocution, but I hardly knew the guy to begin with. So you didn't know his face or even his name, right? Right. I mean, well, no. I mean, I'm right, but you're not right. Me, right. That is, I mean. So, which is it? Did you know him or not? Now, see here. You can't avoid answering the question by sneezing all day. Well, I mean, I guess I didn't know his name. News to me. Why didn't he tell me that before? I heard he used to date Dolly. Who is this Dolly person? Ah, yes, that would be the defendant's lover, Miss Delilah Hawthorne. I see. The young love. Oh, so bittersweet. That's all I know about him. Never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe. Mr. Wright, you said at the following your testimony, I hardly knew the guy to begin with? That's right. I mean, why would I even... But that doesn't sound right. If you hardly knew him, how would you know he wanted to be British? Why would you say the victim was a stuck-up British wannabe? Well, he was always talking about wanting to steal artifacts from countries and then keep them in his own personal collection, so, you know... Well, Mr. Wright? It wasn't me, I'm not a killer, I swear! Mr. Wright, I'll give you an opportunity to revise your testimony. Is it that you knew the victim was, as you put it, a British wannabe? Yeah, well, he was always talking about how it's definitely gonna come home this year. He was always walking around with a huge Union Jack on the back of his shirt. Did you see it at the crime scene? The Union Jack, I mean? Yeah, that's right, I saw it at the crime scene. Did we see it at the crime scene? Oh, I mean, he's got a jacket on, so it could be under his shirt, potentially, but... I mean, I guess that's a jacket? I mean, it kind of looks like a jacket. That's why I figured he must love British stuff, see? It's true, cross my heart. I swear I didn't do it. He's acting fishier than the salmon I ate last night. Man, salmon, you said? What kind? Do you have some still? Asking for a friend. Yes, Your Honor, what is it now? Who is this person, anyway, this, Union Jack fellow? Sounds like someone I'd like to have a beer with. The Union Jack is the name of the United Kingdom's flag. Oh, I see. So you mean like the Stars and Stripes, right? Here in good old US of A, which we were totally in, the good old America, yeah. As usual, Your Honor, your insight astounds me. Hey, something just occurred to me. Isn't there something strange about this bit just now? Mia, there is a contradiction here. Mr. Grossberg? Quickly now, show that boy you mean business, with evidence! Okay, Mia, check the court record carefully. Well, my dear, do you think you can manage on your own from this point? Yeah, sure, I got it. 1 year ago, I was in the courtroom just like this. I can do it. I can handle this myself. Also, we should save. I guess we'll start at the top. It's been almost 6 months. It's been like 5 months since we beat the last game. Okay. Are our options still saved, right? Like, I don't... Because I did uninstall this game in the meantime, since then, but... I think these are all the same options we had. Background music doesn't... I know at times the background music is loud, but it seems fine right now. It's a little on the loud side, but not like too... Granted, I have my own audio actually turned up, so maybe that's why. I'd forgotten about that. You mustn't try to bite off more than you can chew, Mia. I'll be fine. I know what I have to do. Remember, you can always press him to get more information. Oh, one more thing. When you're going to state a contradiction, make sure you present some definitive proof. I mean, I would think being able to present the photo where he has no Union Jack on his back would be a good contradiction, but considering that makes sense, that's probably not the answer. Can I press this? Did you say anything different this time? Okay. You say the same thing. It's gotta be that, right? I mean, there's only so much that we have. Okay, and you just say the same. You do the whole thing again. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't anything new. I mean, they did say something about, like, pressing again, but, like, this has got to be the contradiction. Are you certain you saw the Union Jack? Yeah, I'm sure. It was right there on his back. Miss Faye, is there some point to this line of questioning? Your Honor, please take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, there's absolutely nothing on the victim's back. Hey, wait a minute! Well, he's wearing a leather jacket! Union Jack was on the back of the t-shirt he was wearing. I was under the impression you accidentally came across the body. But if that was really the case, then you wouldn't know that, would you? You'd have no idea that he was wearing underneath that jacket. Where did this music come from? Mr. Grossberg, what is that under the desk? Nothing. Shut up, Mia. Just listen to the music, man. It's a vibe. Mr. Wright, you've been lying to me. But please forgive me. Mia, you've made our client cry. Let him That P on his chest doesn't stand for Phoenix anyway. I can't believe I trusted him. Mr. Wright was all wrong. That was an impressive bit of cross-examination. Thank you for uncovering the defendant's lies for me. It's quite clear this man did not simply stumble upon the scene of the crime. Did I go too far? By the way, Mr. Wright, you seem to have a rather bad cold. Have you taken any medicine for it? Something that you maybe had to Doug swallow? Yeah, I took some, but it was the medicine that you took an over-the-counter brand called Cold Killer X? Yeah, that's right. It kills colds good. Well, obviously not, considering. Hey, wait a second. And you know I'm a big fan of Cold Killer X. Well, you happen to have the medicine with you right now? Well, actually, I seem to have lost it somewhere. You lost it? Does this even have anything to do with the cake? Come on, Mia, you're not dumb. Mr. Wright, can I tell you where your cold medicine is right now? Huh? Your Honor, I'd like you to take a look at another photo from the crime scene. Okay, so we got a clock. It is, would be, what, 3:10? Something like that? Since it's upside down? What's this in the victim's hand? It's Cold Killer X! Yes, but even I've got a bottle of Cold Killer X in my apartment. Kills colds good. Available at all your local retailers. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that argument won't work. There's no doubt as who this bottle of Cold Killer X belongs to. Especially since Mr. Wright's fingerprints are all over it. What? Censoring his murderous intent, Mr. Swallow must have picked up the bottle of medicine. What? Dropped by Mr. Wright and hid it in his hand. That's the dumbest thing I've heard all day. His purpose in doing so can only have been to identify his killer as Phoenix Wright. Order! Order in the court! Your Honor, I'd like to present this photo and bottle as evidence. Very well. The court will accept them into the record. Also, the victim's wristwatch was broken. Broken? Yes, it ceased functioning with a large wave of electricity passed through it. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have some kind of explanation for all this? This is really bad. Oh, my buttocks, my poor hemorrhoids. The truth is, I went because he called me. He was in the pharmacology department, so we agreed to meet at 2:45 behind that building. We talked for a bit, and then around 3 o'clock we split up. Then later, when I went back, I found him lying there. I've been taking Cold Killer X for the last 2 or 3 days. I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. Mr. Wright, that's completely different than the testimony you gave previously. Well, fucking get used to it, man. It's gonna happen a lot in your future, okay? There's gonna be a lot of wacky weirdos who are gonna come into this courtroom and they're gonna lie their ass off, okay? Just accept it. Sorry, Your Honor. I was afraid you wouldn't believe the truth. You'll forgive me if I say I hardly find your current testimony any more credible. Miss Faye, please begin your cross-examination. Oh, please, Mr. Wright, don't tell me any more lies. Take a sip of the sauce real quick. Had you ever met the victim before then? No, never. Maybe. A lot. We hung out. We played Halo together. That day, he called me up and told me he wanted to talk about Dolly. And this Dolly person is... I mean, it's kind of embarrassing. She's my sweetheart. What was that for, Mia? Oh, I'm so sorry. I just felt like slapping something all of a sudden. Delia Hawthorne was also the lover of the murder victim, Doug Swallow. Oh my god, it's so good, dude. Before she met Mr. Wright, that is. So it was one of those nasty love triangles I see. Was it Mr. Swallow who indicated you should meet at 2:45? Yeah, and we were both there right on time. You said the victim was in the pharmacology department, correct? Yeah, he was studying how to manufacture and improve pharmaceuticals. Everyone called him the alchemist of IVU. Ah, an alchemist, I see. I gotta admit, it was a little suspicious. He had a whole laboratory and everything. It was filled with chemicals and strange machines that run on high voltage electricity. Oh, how fascinating. Sounds like he was quite an ambitious young man. What do I do? Maybe I should ask him for some more details. So you are absolutely certain that you met at 2:45? Yeah, pretty sure. That's the time class ends. They're always doing experiments, so it doesn't matter much. Experiments? Yeah, you know, on like live human bodies. They kidnap homeless people off the street and then poke and prod them until they die and nobody cares because they're homeless and they ain't got no family or nothing. I mean, those pharmacology guys are always up in the lab whipping up something. Looks like he's right about the time anyway. Witness, let's go on with your testimony. And we'll look at the other option as well. I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about the pharmacology department? Well, okay. Sure, I don't know that much about it, though. A little bit earlier in your testimony, you said something interesting. You said the department uses strange machines that run on high-voltage electricity? That's right, and they sure look dangerous. They use non-standard voltages, so there are high-voltage cables everywhere. High-voltage cables? Yeah, there were electrical poles set up all around the building. The high-voltage cables run overhead around the roof. Finally, I think we're getting somewhere. So, what was it you were talking about? You know, that maybe we should hang out again sometime. Hang out again sometime? Wish that were true. So you say you went back? Yeah, that's when I found the body. Yes, but why did you go back in the first place? Weren't you angry with him? Well, that's right. I mean, I was. Then why, Mr. Wright, did you go back there? I thought maybe we could make up? And I could give him something to swallow? If you know what I mean. No? Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't want to breach the age rating. Don't shun me. I'm, At you? By the way, judging by the atmosphere, I'm pretty sure no one is buying this. It's rather unusual to catch a cold this time of year, isn't it? Yeah, I always get a little careless when the weather starts to warm up. I guess I shouldn't sleep with the window open this early in spring, huh? I suppose common sense is not always common. So did anyone else know that you were taking cold medicine? Well, I always took one after meals, so I'm pretty sure all my friends knew about it. Phoenix, do you have any friends? I would like to request the death penalty, Your Honor. But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. On the day of the incident, what did you do for lunch? Yes, Phoenix Wright, what did you do for lunch? What does that have to do with anything? You can never be too sure. I always eat with Dolly, just the two of us. Dolly's homemade lunches are just the greatest. Her mini omelets are magically delicious. We're not gonna get sued for that, are we? Youch! Why did you punch me in the jaw? Oh, I'm so sorry. I just felt like hurting someone all of a sudden. I think that's enough for now. So the defendant and the victim met at approximately the time of his death. Do we have the time of the death, like, listed? Yeah, it does say 3 p.m. Okay. I didn't know if they were going to do something where they were going to claim it was at like 9 or something, and then you have to present the photo and show that it's actually like 3:10, dude, haha, because the clock's upside down. And then the defendant returned to the scene for some unknown reason. I'm not entirely convinced by his explanation about the medicine bottle either. Let me be frank here, Mr. Wright. Your testimony cannot be trusted. What do you mean? Yeah. I knew it was too much work for a little girl. However, there's one mystery that still remains. That seems like a good place to call it for the first video. You know, first video is always a little bit shorter. In the future videos won't be quite as long as they were for like Phoenix Wright 2, where we did like an hour each. It'll probably be like 40 to 45 minutes, just to compensate for lowered recording time, since I was recording just in the past. I had more time to record, and I don't have quite as much time to record nowadays, so videos need to be a little bit shorter if I want to be able to keep things rolling at a good pace without missing uploads. But yeah, so that's going to be it for our first video. Next time, we'll maybe push through and finish the tutorial trial. We might go a little bit longer than like 45 minutes if we get close to the end. We'll see. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.